Daylight Reviews. I apologize if you hear my fan in the background or any other type of background noise, but it'd be hot. Welcome to another Dead by Daylight Reviews. Creation reviews, that is. Um, as the title suggests, this is just a cleanup. I'm going to go through, go over these shorter, not very well put together reviews, and I'm just going to kind of clean these up, give a little bit of advice, and go on until we get to a bigger, better type of review. Some of these I have not looked through, some of them I have, so hopefully I'll be surprised and run into one accidentally. That's good. First, we have New Killer and Survivor, Alien, and Ripley Jr. Let's see. Something not very well thought up. Cool. And I guess we'll check out perks. Get rid of the alien, and it's just, let's just say perks for killers and survivors here. Aggressive investigation. When alerted with a visual or loud noise notification, you gain a 5% speed increase when moving toward the sound for 15 seconds. What in the actual? So, the visual and loud noise notifications and all of that you have aren't like generator sounds and survivor sounds, you know, they're not like specifically directional. They're more omnidirectional type thing. Whenever you hear the boom of something going off or a cling or something like that, it doesn't matter which direction you're looking at or how far you are from it or anything like that. The notification's heard anywhere on the map when you're the killer. So, in order for that to be a thing, they would have to make noises or noise notifications and all of that have sound and all of that, and the sound be limited to how far you are from something. And I don't know about you, without having that full map range of sound, a lot of people are going to be pissed off because if somebody pops a generator on the opposite side of the map and you're not alerted to it, that's one jam that could be pressuring, especially if you have map pressure or can teleport or have a super high movement speed and you're needing to know where other survivors are. Or if you activate a perk on a particular gen and somebody's on it and it makes it explode or something. If you're not close enough to it, then you're not even going to be notified of it. So unless you want to design a specific perk or a specific killer that can be used that does this particular thing, because you're going to have to change the entire game. If not, you're going to have an issue. Prey, obsession, obsession hook, game token. Um, at 2 token, obsession becomes exposed. Once they go into the dying state, lose all tokens. Let me just stop you here. And let's go over the inconsistencies of this particular perk so in the future anybody else can pick something up off of this. Each time a non-obsession is hooked, gain a token. 4 tokens would mean you would have to hook on the 3 remaining survivors one time and then hook another survivor again. Or you would have to tunnel and hook the same survivor twice. and then hook the other three, or you could hook one guy 3 times and get him out and then hook somebody else. Any combination of that. But at 4 tokens and getting all of these hooks and all of that, that's 4 out of 12 hooks. At this point, you might as well just run Rancor. Rancor at the end of the match, you can just down and then Mori the obsession. Why would I go through all of these hook states to just down the obsession one time? Because this means if you run into the obsession, you basically have to ignore them. And if that obsession is pressuring you far enough, and you get to a position to where you can't ignore them, you're going to have to down them and chase them and things like that. And if you down them and hook them and all of that, I mean, what's the point? You're losing precious time off of this particular perk. So something like this by base is very bad because at 4, it doesn't make sense. And at 2, it's way too easy. There's no timer, there's no anything. You literally, every 2 hooks, you hook a survivor, and then you either use something like Devour of Hope, make your choice, or just wait, because it's a perk. You can get a stealth killer, or Bubba, or any other type of thing, and you just wait patiently for somebody to unhook that survivor, and you either re-down them, or down the other survivor that's going for an unhook. And as soon as you hook that particular other survivor, if it's not the obsession, by the way, at 2 tokens, that obsession becomes exposed until they're downed. Once that obsession is exposed, you have no reason to go after them. Because it's essentially Rancor still without the Mori. But towards the end of the match, if they do happen to do all the gens and all of that, all you have to do is find the obsession and then bop them over the head, and that's essentially a free hook, unless you know are bad at the game. And there's a lot of survivors left, and it gets that far. So, like, this particular setup doesn't make any sense. And then at 3 tokens, again, it's either you tunnel a survivor and do multiple hooks on them, or you hook every other unique survivor that's not the obsession one time, and then the obsession becomes exposed. That's not a lot of pressure or anything like that. I expected to see some bullshit that says once all 3 non-obsession survivors are hooked, the obsession becomes exposed and moriable or something stupid. That's what I expected to see. And then I was just going to suggest the balancing that if the obsession is damaged or hooked in any way, you lose tokens. If you hit the obsession, you lose 2 tokens. If you hook the obsession, you lose all tokens. And the perk deactivates completely if you hook the obsession. Or something along those lines. Obviously, it's going to have to be thought through more, but that's just a beginning and an end solution because Rancor exists. With Rancor, you don't even have to worry about the obsession because at the end they get exposed and you see where they are with the ore reading, and then you can just knock them down and Mori them and send them on their way. If you run this particular perk, you might as well run save the best for last. So even if you do run up on the obsession, you can at least get in the chase, leave them alone, and keep speed boosts and things like that because of it. This perk wasn't very well thought out, and the only thing you're gonna do is piss off the obsession. That's it. As a killer, it's bad because you have to ignore the obsession. As a survivor, it's bad because you're punished by your teammates' poor plays. If you get a shit team and you're the obsession, then you're kind of screwed. The last thing I'm going to talk about is cheese. With the amount of people running decisive strike nowadays, which changes the obsession to the person that uses decisive strike unless changed. If you get all of that exposed status effect and somebody uses decisive strike on you, what happens? Does that exposed status effect go to the person that used decisive? Or does that original person stay exposed? Or does the exposed just go away and your tokens reset? What happens during that unique activation or any other perks that changes the obsession? Because if the exposed status effect persists, then as soon as that person uses decisive, they're going to get a 5-second head start. They're going to be injured anyway. So hitting them again and downing them and losing your tokens is basically just a waste of time. And if it does change like that, that's going to be an exploit that people runs. You're just pushing decisive strike being a meta perk to cover your particular killer. So the public test beta is going to be full of either object of obsessions or decisive strikes or something like that to pull obsession to one survivor. And then they're going to be using their decisives and all of that on purpose to keep people from being exposed. And basically wasting this particular perk and making it not very useful. Xenobiology. Keep in mind that this is a perk, by the way. You can't just give, like the Trapper, xenobiology. That's weird. But I guess it doesn't really matter because perks can be named anything. But your alien form corrupts the trial. Again, Trapper's not really an alien, so it kind of don't make sense. Keep in mind that all of these perks and all of this can be used on other killers. And I'm not even going to go over the implications of things like the first perk with speed killers, etc., etc. You all know, I don't need to go over that. Three morph gen spawn. To interact with the morph generator, a survivor must break off the structure encasing it. When the structure breaks off, all survivors within 10 meters of the generator are revealed to you for 4 seconds. So, 3 out of 7 generators are going to have casings on. If survivors ignore the generators that have casings on them, then that means they're going to have to take the casings off of one particular generator. So any smart survivors that just don't want to bother with extra time and happen to prep a generator before that, which you need to put how much time it's going to take to break off that particular structure and all of that. But survivors that just path around that shit and say, fuck it, we're not breaking those and only go for the generators that don't have the case on. You know, there you go. Also, you need to define what the structure is and how it's activated. Like if you run corrupt intervention, then the 3 generators that have the corrupt intervention on it can't be the xenobiology generators. In that case, you are locking up 3 generators with corrupt intervention, and 3 generators are being encased near you, leaving 1 generator open and able to be readily worked on. Kind of broken. Stopping 3 generators when you have something like corrupt intervention that stops 3 generators makes this perk kind of pointless. Corrupt intervention gives you like 2 minutes of time to do whatever you need to do. So use that time as a killer to go and do whatever, you know, you need to do. Having the aura reading on the end of that and making the gen happen to be pulled off, that means that generator to pull that particular structure off can't take that long. because you get a full 2 minutes of 3 gens being blocked, but no aura reading. So aura reading would cut, how long it takes down significantly. Because Dead by Daylight likes to use 14 seconds and 16 seconds and 24 and 32 seconds, I'd probably say it'll take like 16 seconds to take the cover off. And that's if it doesn't get hard nerfed in PTB back to like 10 seconds, because all it is just aura reading. So you know where that survivor's at. Honestly, you might as well just make it when you work on the generator for the first time, your aura is revealed, and just cut out the middleman and stop making survivors hold R1 and sit there for even longer. You can make things very easily done. First time a survivor works on, a generator for the first time, their aura is revealed for a little bit. It's not going to be a whole 4 seconds, because, well, 4 seconds allows the killer to actually notice what's going on. You don't need 4 seconds of aura reading. You need a killer that's vigilant and looking around at generators. If anything, just a noise notification will do, or the generator lighting up for a little bit will do. You don't need anything crazy. And instead of just making it something that lasts for a couple of seconds, you'd be better off designing this perk to work like almost like Discordance or Pyramid Heads Hit or something like that, or one of the rates add-ons, where the intensity of the generator changes, the farther that, it gets done, or something like that, a gimmick like that that makes sense, as opposed to getting essentially a barbecue and chili activation. I mean, 4 seconds is fine, but 4 seconds is also pretty useless if you're not looking at that particular generator, or you're in a chase or something and you don't notice that it's happening. This perk is useless. So while you're chasing a survivor, you're going to have to be vigilant around the map as well to see what generators they're at. At that case, why not just run barbecue and chili, so when you do hook somebody, people start lighting up and all of that. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to, while you're out chasing and doing things, happen to stay vigilant the whole time. Oh, give me a moment. All right. Make it count. When hitting a great skill check on a generator, gain a stat. At hit 8 stacks? Really? Jesus. When the killer attempts to pull you from a locker, pick you up, or moor you, a skill check is prompt or successful. You pull out a makeshift book. It's a decisive strike. That's all it is. It's just a decisive strike. But this decisive strike is upgraded to where you can just use it whenever. If you're on the ground in a dying state, you can use this to get back up and get a speed boost, mind you. And you think that the exhausted status effect for 40 seconds and making it once per trial is okay? Only thing decisive strike does is stun the killer and allow you to be, it's an anti-tunnel perk. If the killer is tunneling you, it allows you 5 extra seconds to get away. That's all it does. It gives you a chance. This is giving you a lot more than a chance. So I can imagine some scumbag running decisive strike, head-on rush, this perk, a whole bunch of other fucking bullshit. Notice the where this shit does not state anywhere that you cannot use this perk while you have the exhausted status effect either. So, even if you're exhausted from using Dead Hard and then go down, you're completely fine as long as you do your 10 great skill checks. Or 8 great skill checks. That is a terrible requirement for this over-the-top fucking god tier perk. This definitely make it count. Definitely, actually, I don't even say rebalance it. Just get rid of it. There doesn't need to be another decisive strike type of mechanic. You have Woo. You have Dead Hard that, if timed properly, can get you out of a chase situation. You have Deliverance, if the requirements are met, can get you out of a hook situation. You have, well, to get yourself, you have Borrowed Time, again, if timed properly, can get your friend out of the hook situation. You have Decisive, that can get you out of a tunneling situation if properly timed. You got Sprint Burst, you got Smash Hit, you got Balance Landing, you got a whole bunch of different perks to get you out of specific situations already lined up. The only thing this is doing is just taking Decisive Strike and then upgrading the fuck out of it to make it how it used to be. There's a timer implemented and made it to where you couldn't do any actions because people were literally just running Decisive Strike. Baiting the killer in, doing whatever the hell they wanted to do, and the killer couldn't do anything. Especially when it comes to like No Mither or things like that. There's Unbreakable too, and No Mither that gets you out of the dying state. And people were being scumbags with Decisive Strike, so they updated it and made it more fair towards the killer. It's already bad enough that you can grab Decisive Strike and then hide in a locker, and if the killer grabs you, they have to deal with that shit. But I digress. Make it count, it's not very good. Electric Bypass. If you were on a generator when it's completed, gain 1 token. Well, that's just bullshit. And for each token stack, you open exit gate faster by 5%, max 5 tokens. That's just bullshit. You literally can, with an SWF build, have everybody just 99% generators and have somebody run from generator to generator. Bing, he pops this generator, runs to the next closest generator. Bing, pops that. That's already a 10% increase in opening speed. Exit gate takes what? 30 seconds or some shit. $20. There you go. ID takes 20 seconds to open. At 10%, it's not that big of a deal. However, going beyond the 10%, it can ruin people's builds. And if you I don't even think it's possible to get 5 tokens. But if you did manage to mess around and perfectly 99 all 5 gens and get 25%, that takes off 5 seconds of the exit gate. If you stack that with like Spine Chill, No Way Out, shit like that, or not No Way Out, Spine Chill, and the one where you get into Resilience, I think is what it's called, and other perks to increase speed, and just literally just be kind of a gen runner, then you can stack up to some very, very gnarly ass speeds. So 10% might not be much on its own, but 10% plus resilience. Then if the killer's looking at you, Spine Chill, adding in more, you know, you're starting to get up to that super fast speed. And that can be the difference in opening an exit gate and escaping versus not. You don't need a super amount of speed. Then you got perks that affect other survivors and make them faster and make them do other, you know, things like that, like leadership to increase the speed of things and prove thyself and all of the other shit to create just a super speedy build. It's not a good idea. Now, for a regular person playing this, it's going to be completely fucking useless because generally people only get about 2 gens done in a game. 2 gens only gives you 2 tokens. That takes off 2 seconds. Unless you're running other perks with it, 2%'s very bad. So, it's good in a very niche sense, but in order to run this and have this activate, it has to be stacked with other perks to keep increasing that bonus. Experienced Technician. There's already a perk called Technician. It's a Fing Min perk, or Mei Fing perk. There's the name. I don't remember her fucking name. But it's one of her perks. Decrease good skill check zone by 50%. Why? That does absolutely nothing. The good skill check should be naturally decreased by 50%, honestly. It's too easy to hit them. The only time people miss skill checks is if there's an extenuating circumstance that makes them miss it. They're caught, i.e., they're caught off guard. They don't hear the notification of it happening, or, you know, something severely shrinks that shit down to a hard or tremendously hard skill check. But its regular zone, shrinking it down about 50%, don't really do much. So this is kind of irrelevant unless that killer's running like not overwhelming presence. It's like tremendous. I don't remember. Whatever it's called. It might be overwhelming presence is the one I'm thinking about. I think it's the other one though. If they were to run that stacked with this, you would be in pain. A lot of pain. But not a lot of killers run that unless they're new. So essentially, once you get out of Ash, this perk means nothing to you. It has no negatives or anything like that. For each great skill check hit, gain a token on Experienced Technician. So now you have great skill checks giving you this perk. Generators being completed, giving you things on this perk. And then things, you know, good skill checks and or great skill checks and all of that, which has nothing to do with the 50% decrease in good skill check zones, by the way, are giving you things. All of these essentially gain tokens on the same thing. Do you really think any game creator would give you a set of perks that you can get tokens on doing the same thing? You complete gens as long as you're getting great skill checks, you get an assortment of these huge perks unlocked. Like, what are you, crazy? For each token, increase the bonus amount repaired when hitting a great skill check by 1%, maximum of 3 tokens. So you'd essentially be making like what, like 6% or some shit on each great skill check that you hit. And all tokens are lost when you start repairing a generator. How in the fuck do you think this perk is actually going to work for you in this case? You have to get great skill checks to increase the value of great skill checks. But by the time you get your third skill check, you're so far along in the generator that it's not even going to matter, you know, what it's adding to it. This is an extremely weak perk, and you're decreasing your good skill check zone. Like I said, it's not really that relevant unless you're in the Ash. If you're bad at the game, then yeah, it's going to suck for you. But once you learn how to play the game, a decrease in any type of zone isn't going to really affect you that much. If everything's based off of great skill checks, then you should definitely make it to where the great skill check zone gets decreased ever so slightly, and then make it based off that. Make it harder to get these effects active, and then rebalance the equation to make the perk worthwhile. I've spent way too much time on this already, and I really wasn't planning on it, but that's that. Seraphim. Endless Faith. Huck progression slows by 25% when you are within 8 meters of a hook survivor. This is the dumbass making a perk is what this is. I'm not even gonna read that out loud. That is the fucking dumbest thing I've ever read for this game. Don't even waste my fucking time with that shit. That is trash. I've already went over these in the past. I'm not going over them again. Seraphim. You're moving on. Oh, I just had this idea and decided to write it down. Also, the first time I make a killer. You're not making a killer, trust me. So I don't know if it's balanced or not, but here it goes. Trust me, you're not making a killer. I can tell you that right now. You're writing down an idea. It's completely different. Please show some respect for the creators that actually take their time to design a killer and make a creation that's worthwhile to view. Not this bullshit fucking scrap that you're writing down. Again, power, press the active ability button. On that note, I'm out. If you don't even know the goddamn button schemes, I'm not wasting my time. It's a short post and you can't even link a power to the power button. I'm out. Stop wasting my time. 36 posts. Vamp. Real short. Warp through objects and gain a speed boost for 10 seconds every 25 seconds. So, nurse that gets speed up to 4.6 meters per second. The nurse, as we all know, is essentially slower than survivors. Warping is really her only real method of moving. So to have this killer be at 4.4 and then go up to 4.6 is unacceptable. I don't even need to read the rest of this. You're literally already off base. Look at the killer that's already in the game. I just see the same thing posted twice. Yes, killer ID of the machine, killer ID of the machine. I'm not looking at any of them because there's duplicate posts. Next. Cassandra Cutthroat. I've already looked at this. Next. Candyman chapter. I already looked at this. Next. Suffering Desires. I don't think I've looked at this. Okay. RDQ, that's a name that I know. I thought he had more posts than 35. Because I've looked at quite a few posts from RDQ. But we have the Wretch. Main weapon, a Kylie? No idea how to pronounce that. That's what I'm going to go with. Base movement speed 4.6, 32 meters tear radius, average height. Power Cursed Kylie. Or Kylie. I don't know. The Wretch can throw a throwing stick that is extremely heavy at a survivor. Hello, Galanonim. How it goes? How go ye? A throwing stick that is extremely heavy at a survivor. I ask that you look up a heavy throwing stick and actually put the name of that in actual words, because a heavy throwing stick is very lackluster sounding. I choose you, stick, and then the stick whomps them in the back of the head and they just fall down or some shit. I don't know. Definitely look up the name of a heavy stick or rod or something and use that instead. But anyway, which will seek them out. A homing stick. Hitting a survivor with this will not down or injure them, but it will afflict them with a unique status effect called crippled for 30 seconds, forcing them to never take rushed actions when prompted to do so. So it's essentially the incapacitated status effect. Or even better yet, it's the same status effect that the doctor gives you when he zaps you. I think it's the incapacitated status effect that you get when his doctor zaps you for like 1.5 seconds. But whatever status effect that is, that's the status effect you want to use instead of trying to invent something called the crippled status effect. Look into the game and find something already implemented instead of creating something in this case. Anyway, when aiming the Kylie, you are completely stationary and can only look around. Simply aiming removes bloodlust. Is the bloodlust being honed into the weapon? Does bloodlust increase the speed, distance, or anything like that? Because I mean, I know using a killer using his power removes bloodlust. So I mean, literally just using the power gets rid of it as well. But still, it would be kind of unique if pulling out the Kylie, which is cursed, could take the bloodlust into the blade. and then another mechanic be added on with it. That would be unique. You get bloodlust, you infuse it into your weapon, and then something happens. Throwing it out there. Feel free to take it. The distance is technically infinite as long as you have line of sight. What does that mean? Unless the Kylie is the heavy throwing stick that you're talking about that homes, and you're saying that it homes the entire time that you're looking at a survivor. If it is, then you should probably put Kylie instead of a throwing stick up at the top and identify them being the same thing, so I don't have to look up what that is. I'm not going to, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, the distance is infinite as long as you have line of sight, and that's very iffy because if you're not close to a survivor and you throw this at whatever speed that it moves at, and a survivor ducks behind something, what happens? Does it disappear, or you know what? What happens? How do you get it back? How do you cancel the attack after it's thrown? You know, how long does it home? There needs to be cooldowns for survivors cheesing or doing some sort of other thing. What if you throw it at a survivor and another survivor comes into your sight that's farther away? Does it switch targets? You know, there needs to be some explanation about this particular thing and how it activates and how it interferes and works with other survivors. And there's a lot of other basic scenarios I can list, but you know, we'll go beyond that for the sake of time. After successfully hitting a survivor with this, it will return to your palm with blood on it. Otherwise, it'll be returned and immediately stowed. Returned when? Again, you say it has infinite range as long as it's line of sight. If breaking line of sight makes it return, again, clarify that, or if there's a time limit or something like that on it. Your regular Kylie can be thrown while the cursed Kylie is on cooldown. So there's a regular Kylie and then there's a cursed Kylie. Even though the power says specifically cursed Kylie, which is what I would assume we would be going over right here. And the regular Kylie would be outside of the cursed Kylie. So if there's two different things, the regular one needs to be listed first, and then the cursed one needs to be listed after, not both of them together. That's just confusing as hell. But it only goes as far as your lunge attack without moving you forward. The cursed Kylie has a 60-second cooldown. I still know nothing about this Kylie, but we'll move on. Hitting a survivor outside of your tear radius triggers Killer Instinct on their whereabouts for 8 seconds. Why? You have to be looking at them in order for this stick to home in on them. So why would you give them Killer Instinct after hitting them with the stick when you have to be looking at them for it to happen? That don't make any goddamn sense to me. And why for 8 seconds, and why make it Killer Instinct? Killer Instinct, once it's on somebody, it doesn't go away. That's why it's good on something like Victor. So if you try to do something, you know, weird, and he hits you with this Killer Instinct, it's there on you the entire time. So if you're going to throw Killer Instinct out there, learn from the balance of the game and then make it or implement it correctly. And if they're outside of your tear radius, that means you'd had to have thrown this and be looking at somebody that is beyond 32 meters of you. So it'd be very nice to know the speed of which this flies and everything like that, to know how long it's going to take and things like that. But we'll move on. Oh, there you go. The cursed Kylie has a natural maximum flight time of 10 seconds. But you said that its range is infinite. So it's 10 seconds when you don't have any other survivors in sight. It has a fly speed of 110% speed, so that is 4.4 meters per second. Y, yeah, which is the equivalent of 4 point, there you go, 4.4 meters per second. But why? If you are looking at a survivor, you realize that if you throw this at a survivor and the survivor is running completely forward, it's only going to get 0.4 meters per second on that survivor. So even technically, if the survivor's, let's say, right in front of you, only 1 meter away, it's going to take it an equivalent of like 2.5 seconds in order for it to actually catch and hit that survivor. If that survivor's running in just a straight line, and they have to stay within your sight, because if they move, then, they're safe. So doing that, your math's not really adding up and making this cursed Kylie any type of useful. Then when your cursed Kylie's on cooldown, you have one that you can throw the maximum of about the same as a killer lunge distance. Which, I mean, is fine in chase and things like that. You can just toss your Kylie instead of lunging attacking and having to deal with the cooldown and all of that. But I mean, I assume, because I don't remember everything, you not being able to move and all of that is goes to both of them. So to get that lunge attack, you have to pull it out and throw it, or if it's an insta throw, whatever, it's not listed. Let's say it's just an insta throw. You hit the button, you throw it. It goes in a straight line, I suppose, or it does the homing thing. I don't really know at this point because you can bind everything together and it's not really explained enough. If it does home, then I mean, it kind of is what it is. But if it doesn't home, it just goes straight and then it comes back, disappears, does whatever it needs to do. The cursed Kylie has a total of 0 bounces. Seeing as though it homes and has a maximum flight time of 10 seconds, you don't want it to bounce. If it's chasing a survivor and they give me a moment. Alright, I'm just gonna cut the stream early because it's kind of ridiculous. Literally just standing there, just fucking screaming their fucking lungs out, and nobody's telling them to shut up. It's driving me actually up the fucking wall. I'm trying to go over review, and all I hear is just screaming. I don't know if you can hear it in the mic, but it's literally loud enough I can't even hear my fucking self think. So I am going to Actually, I know what I can do in the meantime. How about we go over this another time and I will just play like some Dead by Daylight or something. Only patience can save us. Yes, patience. That's what I named my shotgun too. I mean, what? Yes, yes, patience. I'll just jump on Dead by Daylight. We'll come back to all of that either later on or tomorrow. It don't matter. I've been kind of rusty at Dead by Daylight, so playing a couple of games might help alleviate some of the rust. Rename stream DVD because I. We can even grab Twitch and bring them on board. I guess I can cover that because Dead by Daylight's not rude like the other games and opens in full screen. There we go. So, surprise DVD stream. Yay. Dun, 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 dun. And then it lags. There we go. So, today, oh boy, I'm gonna try not to throw. That's terrible. And let's see if we can find a game. Alright, I need to actually make an Ash level actual build. Because people in Ash don't like to heal you off hook and things like that. So essentially when you're spotted, you're kind of screwed. So I really need to take the time to make a build that I can actually use. This is a very bad perk to run in Ash because they generally immediately pick up. You know what? Kendrick's probably still the best thing that I could probably run in this particular situation. Maybe borrowed time. Kindred holds more weight, so I don't get left on the hook phases and phases and phases, though. But I tend to get hook camped for whatever reason when I get put up on hooks. I could run Iron Will. Hmm. Decisions, decisions. All female squad. Let's go. Ormond. Actually, Ormond's not a bad warm up map, to be fair. I do not mind it. Oh boy. Today is going to be a long, long day. Just to extend this, I might play like an hour of Rocket League like I've been doing after this. Just to take up more time. let's see. If the usual doesn't happen, that being killer AFK or a survivor AFK, we might get a good game here on Orman. If not, I was gonna joke about refunding the game, but behavior is kind of trollish. They probably would refund my game just 'cause they like memes. Please work on the gym. I've just been reminded of my controller issues. Please work on the gen. Oh, I know what's happening because I have the run to cancel on probably. Yeah, I need to turn the run to cancel off. That's why she keeps letting go, because this can... Oh, no. Oh, look what I see. Look. God damn it, he has that perk on, too. Can we not? I don't feel like mending, bro. I don't want to mend, please. Aw. Where's that window? I don't know what variant of this map I'm playing. I didn't want to throw that, though. I was trying to 360 and activate my damn deception here. But it didn't. It popped the pallet. You alright, buddy? Oh, my. Well, the plan was to 360, activate Deception, run through the pallet, stun him, and then use the rest of the time to get out of there. But, yeah. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be mad that it picked the pallet over the actual locker, but still, it's kind of like, yikes. Literally cut off my path that I was going to run when that threw. Am I being farmed? What do you mean, thank you? You literally pulled me off when he was nearby. I'm not thanking you for that. This is probably haunted grounds. It's not worth taking out. Ruin's not a thing, is it? Ruin is a thing, so it's probably ruin. Gotcha. Ooh. Take the hit. That's fine. I need you to go away so I can break this toe. Really? It is much better with all the different mixtapes and all of that. Yeah, fuck your heel. So when I activate Haunted Grounds, I'm going to do it now while he has somebody in his hands. He runs straight back to his precious totem. Cool. No! Is he running it? Is he? Nope. Because he swung. He's not running that add-on. Ah! That's what I get for playing with fire. I deserve that down. That's too funny. I deserve that down. Can I turn off this? Run to cancel. At least make sure it's safe before you pull me down. I see that he's over there, but god dang. Alright. Has he been kicking gens? No. Well, he's gonna chain over here any fucking way. I actually can't get hit here, or I'm in trouble. Well, that's basically GG for me, boys. So I can have self-sacrifice because it's Ash and work on generators and all of that and just say fuck it. Don't run him this way, Jesus Christ. Ah, well, okay, this gen's dead anyway. Time to go. We should have another gen pop by now. We know that guy's getting chased. Me and him are over here. Where's our other survivor friend at? No progress on that. Is that boon exponential? I don't remember what the boon symbols look like. Circle of healing. That's my kindred, and I think that's exponential, right? Alright, so we have no gens with any progress on them? Like, none? No, I don't think any of the gens have any progress on them. Oh my. I'm technically was inside of his radius, by the way, so, I probably got picked up with the killer instinct. I would follow her and heal her, but we need to get more gens done. Despite me basically sacrificing myself in these situations. If I get caught, I'm definitely getting chased till I'm dead. It is as simple as that. Yeah. Some of these survival lines are just too good. And you ran this, what? Why? Why are my teammates so bad at decision making? Hopefully he continues on. Nope. You can hit me again. It's not going to do anything. Oh, wow. He got me with the end of his blade there. That's unfortunate. A click of the flashlight. That's all you had, huh? And that's the end of that. Oh, boy. I should have just ran. I shouldn't have worried about sticking that generator when there was 3 left, but I mean, gen's gotta be done. It just sucks that a teammate who's injured, instead of running towards the corner of the map where the kill shack is and the boon is that they can heal at, ran directly over to me. Like, what? Still got the +1. Barely. But it's like, what? Why aren't you heading to that corner where you're safe at and can run kill shack and can heal and all of that? Why run towards me on an active generator doing things? And even when they seen me working there, they still ran towards me and ran the killer by me, knowing that I was on my last hook. So that was either some vibe with friends shenaniganery, or that guy's just very poor decision making there. I got my +1, so I'm not too terribly perturbed by it, but it's just like, bruh, if it ain't Rocket League, it's this. 16 charges. Honestly, a regular toolbox would do well. I'm not going to use any higher up items until, I'll use these, because these don't really matter. But I'm not going to use any higher level items or anything like that. Higher rarity items. Till I get out of Ash. So, as I first time went down early, is what it is. Second time I went down being a ham. But sometimes you just gotta have fun when you're playing against a killer that's, you know, a lower MMR. Because you can't mess with higher level MMRs like that. They'll just ghost you and send you to the next game. Teammate, I don't know. We were working on that gen in that corner, and one teammate kept running the killer over to where our area was when we were working on gens, the majority of us where we were at, and we had to stop. So I said, screw it, and walked all the way to the other side of the map. Guy went down, guy'd hooked, and then he ran the killer over to the other side of the map where I was working, and it's just kind of like, well, shoot. I'm dead here. I was like, screw it. I'm gonna at least finish this generator before I die inevitably. Because there's no way he was gonna let me go. He knows as soon as he downs me, he's hooking me. He will follow me to the end of the earth to make sure he gets that down. In worst case scenario, for him, he has to last the 60 seconds till I bleed out, and then I fall over anyway. I hate this map as being a killer, by the way. There's an infinite on the other side. I doubt I'll make it that... it's a survivor. It's so dark. There's an infinite on the other side of that map, of this map, that you can abuse. Well, it's... wow. I mean, this setup is just too damn good for survivors. You got multiple exits that you can just get out of, too. So, yeah, you can hop out of that. That was a Michael Myers. Hmm. So I never got a chance to actually see this entire map. I wasted a little bit of time, but, you know, it's Ash. I'm not too worried about it. So where this generator is kind of bad, but once you get upstairs, you're essentially free. Wonder if there's a pallet or a car in through that door. Mm. Oh, I hit that. Alright, there's a little bit of time that I wasted back. I wonder if he can see me through any of these windows. Now that I think about it, having Michael Myers on this map is kinda terrifying, because I don't know it. And if he can stalk through windows and anywhere that he can see you from, oh my. Also, how the hell is my generator the first one being done? Somebody explain this to me. Excuse me, other survivors. Two people are running together getting clapped. I see that, but where's our other guy? This is the house. So when you go up this as a killer, survivors can literally see you approaching. Well, this is one of the places. And they can immediately just run and essentially duke you, deke you, juke you, do whatever they need to do. And as long as they stay either here where they can see down below or at the end of that stairway, they have a lot of ways that they can go out, and they can just keep running this loop. I wouldn't call it an infinite, but is a very long, extended loop that you can run. There's no lights flashing in this house, so I'm assuming there's not a generator in there. You don't know it. Oh, shit. It's so dark. Ooh. Oh, they made that perfectly to where they can still see you in the bush. That makes me sad. They know what they were doing when they were designing this. Inside the houses, they're killer's nightmare, but outside the houses, they can easily take you. This is a different variant that I played with my ghost face. There's a better tile in that other house that you can get to where you can work on a generator and never be. Hopefully I helped you out there, bud. It is so dark that we would need a torch and DVD as an item exactly. Oh, I see. I guess lights flickering doesn't mean exactly that there's not a gym there anymore, huh? Then what's the tail on this map that shows whether or not a gin's there? Hmm. I don't know. My poor eyesight coupled with this particular match, I actually can't see a damn thing. Like, absolutely positively nothing. The only things I can really make out are the fences that are lightly covered. I'm not a big fan of this. At least not as a survivor. As a killer, it don't matter. You don't have to worry about anything. At least coming up and clapping your cheeks. Like, look at this. And not only is it dark, they got rid of most of the places you can hide. Those charms I'm wearing are bright as hell, though. Something tells me I'm being looked at right now. My spidey senses are on full tilt. They are tingling like crazy. They are telling me to abandon ship and run. Oh, there they are. He was nearby. I had that spine chill effect happen. Everything was like, nah, bro, he's close. GTFO. This map is easy for survivors to run killers on, though, because there's so many infinites and things like that that you can use. That's why I don't like this map. He done ran this killer basically this entire match and has gotten away with it. Just due to the sheer fact that inside of houses and all of that. So there's a gin right there. Inside of the houses, the killers really can't do much about it. No, I did the one in there. So there has to be one in this house. There has to be one around this area. It don't make sense if there isn't. Oh my. I hear it. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not. Oh shit! Bro, we can talk about this. Stop. He's gonna get his tier 3. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Or he's gonna get the tier 3 off the other guy that refuses to do the gin. Oh. Okay. I'm as good as dead. He did not pop his tier 3, so I'm even more terrified that he has like a Judas mirror, tombstone photo, whatever the hell it's gonna call. He's gonna insta-give me. Why? Because it's been going way too smoothly for me. I don't have enough points to rank up though, is the thing. So even if I do escape, I'm not gonna have enough points to actually rank up. So it's kind of like even if I die here, it's not really worthwhile, and it's not worthwhile to escape either. Also, I notice lag. What is my connection to this particular game? Holy shit! Open it. Open it. Open it. You fucking bitch. Point tech? No! You fucking bitch! Why are you in the way? I'm so fucking angry why this dumb bitch walked in front of me and didn't fucking open the goddamn gate. In the fuck does this happen every time? Are you fucking kidding me? I knew he had that shit too. I called it. I let go of that shit to see what was going on, and as soon as I seen him approaching, I tried to open the gate, but nah, her dumbass was sitting in front of me. Every time, bro. Every time. I only had 6,000 points, so it didn't matter. She did that shit on purpose, too. Nah, she did that shit on purpose. Because as soon as I let go and all of that, he started coming, and I had to point at it multiple times. She knew he was there because he was chasing her. She waited for him to get close to where I couldn't escape, and then she did that shit, the body block control. But it's all good. And you said it. Alright, I am back. Brother stopped by to say hi. I rarely see him, so we talked for a little bit. As well, some of you know, especially in America, it's roundabouts derby time, and I live roundabouts in the area where derby's held. So it's a very big thing that happens. You get celebrities that come out of town and from out of town and things like that. I took my break, so I'm going back to study. All right, Galanonim. As always, thanks you for stopping by. And hopefully I'll at least get one escape before I stop playing this game. See ya. Gideon Meat Plant. But anybody looking at this in the future, the reason why I call it out as intentional is because after the match, there was no "I'm sorry" or anything like that associated with it or typed up afterwards. They just kind of all went on their way. Fearmonger, huh? And it's the doctor. Is there ruin? No, but there is Jolt. Wow. Okay, he's got the extendo range on him. So his static shock's going to be narrower. However, it's going to be farther. You camping bitch. What a camping bitch. He immediately went back to that goddamn hook, boy. You're just gonna run in and get clapped, huh? You're gonna go in now. Why would you run towards him? You silly sod. You're gonna take another down. Nope, we didn't even go. Wow. How they managed to avoid each other is actually... Wow. He should have definitely ran back into him. I ain't gonna question it. That other chick's probably gonna go down for them, though. We can be stealthy here. Now we can run, because Fearmonger. Well, if he zaps, he's gonna get me regardless, because he has the long-range additions to his thing. That's what I can do. Never mind, he's on somebody else. I'm not gonna stay and work on that generator, even though I have 2 hooks to give. I'm not gonna work on that shit. He's right there. Why are you literally following me step for step right now? Split up, brother. I don't mind taking chase, but if you're following me, you're not helping the situation out any, you know what I'm saying? This is a fake pallet. She's at tier 3. There's no point in taking chase now, because she's going to have to snap out of it anyway. I'm going to go back to this gen. Also, if he's not running Ruin, explain to me how this generator went all the way back down to 0 when it wasn't kicked. I mean, I have chat up, but I don't see the hex symbol popped up on screen. That's their first hook. They're at tier 3 madness. Again, there's no point in me in taking any hits for them because they can't do anything. They'd have to get rid of the madness and then heal themselves if they can, or find somebody to heal them. It's not worth it at that case. I also prefer these backward skill checks than the forward skill checks, by the way. They're a lot easier to hit. But I guess that's just me, because I probably have a backward-ass working mind. I also hit that way earlier than it said I did. I wonder what the ping or the connection is here. Also, can you still view your score while you're in the match? That used to be a thing way back when. I don't think you can anymore. No. It'll display my match ID and all of that. So there you go. If you want to link my, or hack my account, it's there for you, right on screen. Am I at tier 3? No, I'm at tier 2. Okay. He's a 4.6 meter killer, so I'm not going to be able to loop him around this for very long. Doctor has an extremely bad hit radius, though. You can get some nasty 360s if they don't take their time hitting you. Nice. How do you get grabbed? Oh, no. Oh, he must have picked him up doing the, whatchamacallit. I see. That makes more sense. Unfortunately, the only way to really get out of Ash is to play selfishly. It kind of is what it is. You play selfishly till you get that rank up, and then you go and help your team. Because if not, you ain't going to rank up in Ash. You've seen the things that happen to me. Use it as your warning. Play selfish, use people's hang time, etc., etc. And rely on your own instincts to pip up. Once you pip up, then you can talk about saving others and going and doing the super altruistic things. That did not send me to tier 3. At least I know what add-on he's not using. Thought I was running through the basement and all of that, but I got confused and went to the bathroom instead. I was sitting there like, thought basement was this way. Ooh, that's kind of clutch. Well, that's if they're working on any other generators, it's clutch. If they're not working on any other generators, it's not so clutch. Alright, I'm gonna look for a generator upstairs. Downstairs is not the safest place to be at the moment. Well, that happened. I took this hit for you, son. Remember that. I haven't got hooked before, and I knew my teammate was still there, so I took the hit instead of doing what I could have done. If I hadn't have taken the hit, he would have probably just continued on doing whatever it was he did. I'm not taking that again. I did my one good deed. They really need to update the hallucinations and make them move or swing or something. Or walk towards you to try and get people to waste their dead hearts or something like that. He broke this one, yes? No, I'm not in Madness 3. Hello. We did these. Oh, did we 3-gen downstairs ourselves? Also, my camera turned on its own. We did. We 3-gen downstairs ourselves. So all the gens left are all downstairs. If you don't take out that boon, we can body block and heal essentially forever. Unless that happens. Oh, there was one upstairs. Well, I'll be goddamn. He probably went for that one over there. So I probably should head up and go to that one. But if I heal myself and somebody gets hit and I don't see Noah as an effect, I might just go for the entrance that they're already at. I could be a team player and open the other gate, though, for anybody that's being chased by him. What do I do in this situation? I think I go for the other one. Or this one, the closer one. I was like, you're making a mistake if you're chasing me, buddy. I got one of the strongest pallets here. I loop you around this side, I slam that bitch, and then I'm gone. It's not a chase that you want towards the end of the match. Better off just letting me go or trying to trap me and trick me into going to the wrong exit, or going earlier. Again, I'll take this hit. I'll run back to this other room. That is teammate that's behind me. I don't know why you're following me. You should be on the exit gate right now. That hallucination was spot on. I'm giving her time to open this exit gate, so she better open that shit. Throw this. If he's gonna get me into tier 3 to where I can't do shit. Fuck, I didn't mean to fall. If he followed me step for step, I'm getting out of here. If he didn't, he might cut me off. I'm not looking back to find out. I went the wrong way, by the way. Honestly. There was a circle of healing here, not anymore. What the fuck happened to it? Wait, does the doctor's madness make it seem like there's a circle of healing boon or some shit there when it's actually not? Because that would be kind of sick. Oh, I got a green toolbox. Messing with me on that pallet, he let all of us escape. He definitely shouldn't have went for that particular chase. Or he should have just tried to zone me there and then chase after me when I jumped downstairs and just fully committed. Almost a two-piece if I would have let him chase me a little bit longer. Oh well. Oh, that was a level up too? Okay. Ah. Oh, let's see. I mean, a free green toolbox ain't bad. Hmm, interesting. Interesting indeed. These mechanics toolboxes are kind of bad, huh? They're extremely fast, so you can get a clutch amount of percentages out, it being 75%, but still kind of bad. I should look to see what that is. Sacrifice quality. So this person's looking to get sacrifices above all else. So I should be very aware about when this killer is chasing me and all of that. And if I go down, I should just expect to be either face camped, or tunneled. They are going for a full board clear, or either a mean build and they're just trying to get blood points off of it. But it's Ash. He's probably just wasting his shit, to be honest with you. I'm probably overthinking it because it's Ash and they just kind of throw whatever they have out. But I mean, being vigilant pays off if you pay attention to what's going on, like the Michael Myers incident. When he was stalking me, but he wasn't ever activating his tier 3, that let me know that, hey, something is wrong. If he's not tier 3ing me and destroying me at that moment, he's trying to activate Judas Tombstone or the photo or whatever the hell they changed it to and get an insta kill. And he did, because my teammate's dumb. If I 99% the exit door, don't stand in front of it and block it. Go do something with your life, or be rude and open it and then fucking leave. Corrupt intervention, cool. But don't stand in front of that shit and block it. Only reason I'm breaking this is because of the leadership, by the way. Or prove thyself. I wouldn't have bothered if, what was that sound? I wouldn't have bothered if I didn't have that effect. Oh, I'm hearing sounds from the other fucking room. Jesus Christ. That's a Sadako teleport. So I should be looking out for Fury. When gens get 90% completed, that's the rapid skill checks. Things like that. That's what I want to look for. So I might want to get rid of these damn charms. It's nice that they're super rare and all, but the fact that they glow kind of catches the killer's attention when you don't want to. She's gonna come back to this gen when she gets done dealing with that other person, by the way. There's only one escape, really. TV's there. It's a shame when I let go to check that a skill check came in, but I guess it is what it is. She'll probably hop out that window, so I guess I'll go out of that other window. You can get a fast bolt on that window over there, by the way, if you hit it at the correct angle. There's Fury. We're already waiting on it. I'm actually going to retrieve this tape. This map is very small. I didn't think the map or the TV would be under the ground, though. If I put the tape in, does it turn off the TV? I don't think it does. Oh, it does. Well, it'll prevent her from coming here for a couple of seconds. Should we be stacking generators? It's fine, and let me tell you why it's fine. As the first person goes down and gets hooked, you should have 2 generators done. 3 would be the best in a generous situation, but you should have, at bare minimum, 2 generators done by the time the first person goes down and gets hooked, which makes it fine for us to stack on generators, like we are. This Sadako's not playing the best, so we can stack and take our time and do whatever we need to do in the interim period. That TV stays off a while, huh? Yeah, we're down to 2 generators. If that Sadako doesn't give up, the next person she downs is getting camped. They are getting 110% fucking camped. And there is nothing that anybody who gets caught by her can do about it. So I'm just trying to shove out as much points as possible. I should pick up that tape, but I'm not going to. I'm going to hope that she gives up and doesn't teleport directly in front of me and clap my cheeks. I'm gonna rush for points and rush for that pip up and not think about much else. I know you've seen me here, so she'd give up. I think we have a give up. No. Yes. No. What the hell is happening here? No, she's still going. That person goes down, they're getting face camped, though. Especially if I pop this gin. So hopefully you got adrenaline and you can survive. Well, GG. You're getting face camped. Goodbye. The only thing that'd save you is if she's seen me working on the gin and tries to stop me. Or, you know, I fuck up the gin and bring her over to me. That's what we expect to happen in that situation, which is good for them, actually. I don't need to use that. We take the hit. Aww. For those of you who don't know, you can dead hard pass this gap, by the way, on either side to get to the other side. As a killer, you can get through that too. Do I ever do it? No, especially from this side, because you have to get it perfect to dead hard through it and bounce off that wall. On the other side, you can just jump across, like on the Huntress's level. If you go to the outside of the top of the house, you can dead hard from one side of the map to the other side of the map. So there's two places that you can dead hard parkour at. That one got finished. Cool. I would love to see which way they're running. I don't see them passing by here, so they're probably going to the far back one. She fucked up teleporting. Bum, 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 bum. Kudos to the killer for not face camping. And I might actually give them kudos for actually not face camping. Because anybody else would have just face camped the shit out of somebody just to get a hook. I thought you got to write a message when you gave props. Oh well. They didn't get 15,000 either, so this person didn't pip up and this person didn't pip up, but they got their safety pips. So they're fine, but they didn't rank up for it. So even more kudos to them for not face camping and getting that rank up. Because I ain't gonna lie, I would have probably camped the fuck out of somebody to get that rank up. Because I don't like to be stuck in Ash. Silver, gold, it kind of is what it is. I'd rather get the, gold, but, season ends on the 13th of every month, and I ain't really played that much, so even if I take the time to get out of that, I'm going to be right back. Right back down into Ash anyway. Kindred has been working very well when I've been hooked, but I haven't really been hooked, so I kind of want to change it. Honestly, Desperate Measures would be very high tier. But then I would just be going back to my old build if I ran Desperate Measures. Let's try Adrenaline instead. So, for whatever reason, Quora Digest always sends me emails to forums and things, specifically about problems. It's just a bunch of problems. I don't know if they undergo a whole bunch or any other thing, but whatever the fuck I subscribe to or whatever subscribed to me, there's a bunch of problems. But like some of the questions that people ask and all of that are interesting because they make sense. But, if you have mental health, it's interesting to you because they don't understand. But it's also like, it's like if you ever dealt with any type of mental health issues, you can see both sides of it. You understand why people do a specific thing, why they feel a specific way. But if you're normal, it just doesn't make sense to you. If you're feeling bad, do something to feel better. because you don't have any limiters that affect your happiness. I'll go over the problem and all of that after this match, because the question itself is interesting, and I understand why people ask those particular questions, because they don't understand the limiters and everything that, you know, and I'm calling them limiters, they're called other things, but it's the most layman term I can think of while also playing Dead by Daylight, forgive me. But overcoming the limits that your brain has, and alrighty then, is a very hard thing to do. Yes, doing something might make you feel better to a regular person, but doing that same thing, that is a bubba. Take the hit. Here we go. Beautiful. I'm sorry for using you, teammate, but it had to be done. I didn't even hear you revving up your chainsaw, sir. What kind of bullshit was that? I just happened to look back to see what you were doing and getting ready for the mouse one. I did not hear his chainsaw revving. It's kind of fucked up that I use my survivor buddy as a means to an end to basically cancel Bubba's chainsaw. But, like, you know, you kind of have to. You're done. Uh, for the love of God, crawl away. Fuck your healing. He knows where you're at. He's not going to chase me forever here. Alright, they got her back up. Cool. I'm never going to stop running, though. Also, can we talk about that dead heart timing? Mwah, muy buen. Fucking amazing timing. That just comes from playing this game back in the past. I have timings down to a T, like with Rocket League. We have 2 hooks and no gens done, by the way. This is effectively a loss. Even though Bubba has no type of pressure when it comes to map pressure or gen pressure. The fact that they keep trading, trying to get people off of hooks and things like that, is literally going to cost us this match. He was his first hook. He had hook states to give. If we just did gens and forced this Bubba to dig in and then save them at the end, you know, things would have been better than you taking how the fuck? Oh, we got a cheater. We got a cheater. I see. That or they reach. No, that wasn't a disconnect. How do you die at 2 hooks? He's gonna run past. No bamboozle? Devourer of Hope never popped up on my screen. So, why is this guy cheating? I think it's time to get off for the day. Oh, no, I was injured, right? Yeah, I was injured. Never mind. I was injured. That makes sense. He's gonna camp me in basement, so... And he's gonna try and save me. I should just kill myself to keep him from being a dumbass and coming in and trying to save me, but... Whatever. If he wants to go down, he can go down. That's on him. If you give me borrowed time, though, I will leave you to die, because you're a dumbass coming down here when there's a Bubba about. I will use that borrowed time and dead hard to immediately dip out. You gonna pull me off this fucking hook, brother? Get me off the hook. Get me off the hook. Thank you. You need to at least... Oh, the pallet's gone. No, no, it's not. You need to at least make it to this pallet. What the fuck was that sound? What is that sting? What actually is going on? I don't know why he didn't run up with me, by the way. He didn't pull him from a locker, did he? He went down, right? Like, he literally got mowed down, right? I'm not losing my fucking mind. Man, I got my dead hard back. Get to the pallet, bitch! What are you doing? Go to the fucking pallet and drop it on his ass. If he'd have took me back to basement, we'd have just been fucked, huh? Wait, what the fuck? Thanks for the free escape? Yeah, waste your time revving up your chainsaw, brother. Why did he take me around that shit and not just through? Even if I had power struggle, that takes out shack pallet. He actually fell for that fucking deception plus FOV tech. Now that's shameful. So I deceptioned the locker, then turned into it to make it look like I jumped into it. And he fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Y'all don't do these gens? Do the gens? I'll die if I stay here. How does he always fucking know that I'm on a gym, though? Oh, that's how. I see. And I'm gonna die again because a teammate runs the killer to me. Gotcha. Cool. That's another death chalked up to a dumbass fucking teammate. You were right by Kill Shack. And every other fucking pallet that's over there that I know I haven't used yet. I could have escaped if I took the time to hit every great skill check, but I gave up halfway through and I was just like, fuck it. Honestly. Just go ahead and take me, brother. Just go ahead and take me. This fucking dumbass survivor had an entire map to run his ass and ran home right to me. Oh, boy. I hate Ash survivors. Back up to 1,000,000 blood points. I don't even care whether he was cheating or not. At the end of the day, it's always a fucking survivor being a dumbass that ruins things. So you know what? Let's play Rocket League now. So another fucking set of dumbasses can ruin my fucking day in other ways. That sounds real, real good. Anyway, back to the other topic while Rocket League loads up. The question of the day is, why do depressed people find it difficult to shower and brush their teeth for days, even though this would make them feel better? Typical question asked by an ignorant individual in the pursuit of knowledge. Now, one, let's just say the obvious that showering and brushing your teeth and all of this other stuff makes you as the individual feel better, not the depressed person. For one, things that make you feel better doesn't necessarily make other people feel better. Like, for example, if you can swim and I can't swim, swimming will make you feel a lot better playing out in the water and all of that, but it's not going to make me feel better because I can't fucking swim. Same as with showering and brushing your teeth and all of that. It's when you're depressed and all of that, those become chores, things that you don't really want to do. Like taking out the trash, doing dishes, things like that. It's added to that list of things to do when you're depressed. So no, brushing your teeth, showering, brushing your hair, and doing all of that other shit isn't going to make you feel better necessarily if you're depressed. For a lot, it doesn't. It just adds to the list of burdens that you have to deal with, or at least you feel like you're having to deal with at that time. Which is what's funny about an ignorant question like that. You're taking your own personal experience and you're purveying that to another human being and acting like, something that suits you suits them. And that's why I say normal people that don't have, that haven't crossed over that, mental health threshold to where it becomes serious and dire and don't stay there for a long amount of time to where they need to get help and things like that, don't understand. Some people, when they're depressed, they open up a tub of ice cream and the ice cream calms them down. Some people get upset and they stress eat, and they'll eat that whole gallon of ice cream and then go to the bathroom and throw that shit up because they feel guilty about, gaining a shit ton of weight. It's different. Different strokes for different folks. You know what I'm saying? And that is why, when it comes down to mental health, people try to dismiss that shit because they don't understand. For their own body, doing something makes them feel great. But for somebody that has mental health issues or problems, that something that makes you feel great might make them feel like absolute total fucking dog shit or be a burden to them. But this is the end of this. The answers and everything else, etc., etc. Here's the problem. Showering and brushing your teeth might, and that's a big might, make somebody with depression feel better for the 5 minutes that it takes to complete the task. But what a depressed person has, depressed person has, a monumental task of trying to overcome is the constant. What the fuck is the point? Which, part of that answer, is making sense. It's kind of crude, but it does make sense. What's the point of brushing your teeth? What's the point of waking up? What's the point of getting back and going to work when, that's the shit that's depressing you? What's the point of doing all of these things anymore? There isn't any. At the end of the day, you're going to be back at square one doing the same thing. You can get depressed from something simple like a lack of recreation in your life. You can get depressed from basically anything. Play a game called RimWorld. If you want to talk about depression, giving up, and things like that, RimWorld will teach you a thing or two about it. Where people have catatonic breakdowns for something simple as the war crime of eating without a table. They'll have a complete and total breakdown because they ate food and didn't have a table to eat at. RimWorld will teach you a lot. Now, so while showering and brushing your teeth might be an everyday task for someone without depression, for someone with depression, it is a real struggle. When you are in the depths of despair and misery, personal care is the last thing on your mind. Which is true to an extent. But that's a very good introduction to somebody who don't understand depressed people and things like that. This is a person who's ignorant saying the basics that you hear all the time. Well, if you're depressed, just get better type of answer. Then when it comes to depression and things like that, when you talk about showering, most people talk about, getting in the shower, getting your rag and your towels and all of that shit, getting those ready, getting the soap on your rag, lathering that shit up, coating your entire body in fucking soap, getting under the fucking water to wash that shit off, doing all of that shit. Some people goes into, washing their hair and all of that other shit if you have hair, and do all of that craziness. And for some people, it's as simple as, getting into the shower for like 5, maybe 10 minutes and then getting back out. It's a long chore to shower for some people. And when you're depressed, you don't even feel like doing that chore. Because, if you're doing an everyday thing, waking up and showering every single day, and you get depressed, and then you decide not to shower for a day because you wake up, you smell your armpits and shit, and you're like, well, I'm still fresh because I didn't do much yesterday. Fuck it, I'm not getting up. Things like that. A lot of people think that depression is just a feeling of intense sadness, but it's a state of being. You don't just feel sad. Your entire body, your mindset, your everything comes tumbling down. So it's not you need a cheering up. It's your entire mind state and body state, physical state, spiritual state, all of that needs to be fixed. A lot of people that have depression, again, have no energy. So it feels like you weigh a fucking 1,000 pounds just lifting your arm. It feels like there's a ball and chain on your arms, and you can barely lift them. Some people actually feel pain if they try to force themselves. I guess that's going to be a bad example for people because they're going to immediately retort and try to brag on something I'm trying to explain. I was going to say it's about the same of being obliterated drunk when you've fallen over and it's hard for you to get back up. Not when you're happily drunk, like when you're overly drunk and you can barely walk and all of that, and you're in that position to where you're drunk but you're sensible and it's very uncomfortable for you and you can barely move, things like that. But if I say that, people are going to be dumbasses and reply back, well, when I'm drunk and all of that, I don't get that way. I have a happy experience. I go to bed, everything's fine. So I'm not going to give that example. For those of you that get it, congratulations. To those of you that don't, I ask that you please shut the hell up. A lot of people sleep a lot when they're depressed because, it's the easiest thing to do when you don't want to get up is just lay there and sleep. Those of you that have ever overslept and, feel groggy and tired and unable to really do much because you still feel sleepy even though you have slept the entire day. That goes with the depression. You start feeling uncomfortable for laying down for a long time. Some people get bed sores and things like that. Some people feel cold, for example. Let's throw like temperature out there, or uncomfortable, having bed sores. And you know that as long as you get up and move around or flip that cover over you that you threw off of you, you would be better. But the energy drain doesn't allow you to do that. So you lay there cold and sore and you just kind of accept it. Imagine everything that you like, you suddenly dislike, and things that you really want to do, you just can't do because of the lack of energy. So if you like to stand up and walk around, imagine having no energy to really stand up and walk around, even though you want to, or maybe you possibly want to. You probably don't when you're depressed, but even if you want it to, it becomes hard to do. So if you like going out on runs and all of that, imagine even getting yourself motivated to get up for a run, getting all of your clothes on and all of that, not showering or anything beforehand, but just waking up, putting all of your clothes on, getting to the door, and then as soon as you step out of the door, being exhausted like you just finished the run and have winded down. You go to run and it's like, I don't feel like doing that, if you even manage to get that far. Sometimes it comes to where you just can't. It feels like your mind tells you that you can't do this, and it prevents you from doing something. A lot of people that are hugely depressive don't like to go outside, don't like to communicate with people a lot, don't even like to shower really, because they don't feel the need to, because they're always depressed and things. A lot of people just hate showering. Every little thing that you try to do, just getting up for the day, eating, etc., takes a large amount. Like, let's say you were learning a new job and it was a heavy labor job, like, building walls or landscaping or working in a factory for 12 hours. And every little thing you did required that much effort. Standing up required that much effort. Walking required that much effort. Going to the bathroom required that much effort. And all you got to do is just sit or stand there for that, and it requires a lot of effort. So, depression, as this guy said, he explains it well. Depression is not just feeling sad, it is like living in a dark cave, too small to even sit up or change position. Some days it's all I can do to roll over. Getting up seems like climbing a mountain. I love that description. So it gets to the not something that you can overcome because you're inside of a small cave that you can't sit up on or sit up straight in. Explains it very well. You can't just overcome the need to sit up and sit up. The cave is physically blocking you from being able to sit up. That's that weight of the depression on you. And if you've ever been in a claustrophobic environment or something to where the walls are closed tightly in on you and you had to like turn around to get out or something, or tried to turn and it became a struggle, just turning over becomes that hard to do. Just to roll over and change your position while laying down can be the same amount of struggle for actually being inside of a cave, unable to move and stuff. And as you're in this claustrophobic cave, trying to get up and move and get out of the cave, essentially, and back into the sun and all of that, it's a struggle because you gotta turn yourself around. You gotta roll over, turn yourself around, and then crawl out of this cave. You have no tools, you have no anything. You're out of energy, you haven't ate, you haven't slept, you haven't, drunk any water or anything in quite some time, and you're at the end of your rope. At least you feel that way. And all you can do is rest for your body to recover or seek help, call out for help, and just hope to God that somebody's there. If you're smart and have a system set up to help you with your depression, you can already have something pre-planned and have, let somebody know, hey, if I'm not back in an hour, check this cave. And they can help pull you out of the cave. But a lot of people that's been dealing with depression and all of that don't get a lot of help. Or the help that they do get's not genuine, and then they stop trusting people, which leads to even more depression and even more issues because you can't trust anybody to actually help you with your depression. And it gets more and more and more and more interesting and more and more and more and more of a drag and more and more and more just, what's the word I'm going to use? Not interesting, but it becomes just, well, it interests me how a regular person can simply state, well, if you're depressed, I don't understand why people with depression don't do the things that'll make them feel better. Sometimes you don't even know what makes you feel better. That's the wonders of depression. Sometimes when you get into depression, you do try things. If you know you're in this play games, people and all of that, but it just don't fit. Everything you try to do, you start disliking it, it all rubs you the wrong. And you try your baby, you try talking to people, and it's just not working. Nothing's clicking. Nothing's making you feel better. I like, it's very hard. Everything that you like, you suddenly just don't like. I'm like that. I mean, I do have depression that pops up. I'd say semi quite often, but the reason I lose interest in things are completely different, though. I'll be back in a minute. Actually, give me like 5 to 10 minutes. I am back. Oh. Another example is if you have, please record the Rocket League game that I'm asking you to. If you have any type of anxiety, or if you've ever been in a situation to where you wanted to do something and your fear or anything else has stopped you from doing that particular action or thing that you were trying to do. I can actually just play that. That is another semi-close, but not exact, comparison to depression. So if you have any type of anxiety or any type of decisions that you had to make, but you just couldn't make that particular decision, that's kind of like how depression comes in. And that's one of the other ways that at least a normal person can kind of sort of get a grasp on what depression does to people. It will drive you absolutely crazy. It will ruin your life. Things that you've done for 20, 10, 5 years, you're just not getting any enjoyment out of them. If it's your first time that it's affecting you heavily like that, you'll start to think that there's no meaning in life sometimes. Nothing makes you excited anymore. And some people will start freaking out when they get hit with the first dose of depression for the first time. Like actual, acute depression, like the real deal. Not like minor depression, your girlfriend broke up with you, like actual depression. Another thing that depression is not always brought on by trauma or any type of action. Now, the start of the depression can be brought on by trauma. Mom dying, dad dying, you were beaten, you were raped, you were treated bad, baby didn't make it, something like that, can be brought on by it. But I mean, depression can pop up out of nowhere. You could be living your absolute positive dream. And next thing you know, your body tells you that I'm done. Life sucks, world sucks, everything sucks. I just want to roll over and disappear. Out of absolute nowhere. Your feelings, emotions, and all of that, just say hasta la vista, I'm done. Especially if you've been dealing with depression for a long time. The season changings could trigger your depression. And you go kill this dude, stop going to work, quitting your job, things like that. Crazy what depression can do to people. If you are curious about depression stories, though, you can go to websites and things like that. Or if you want to help somebody, you can go to like a support group or take classes or, learn how to actually deal with somebody that has depression. There's a lot of people that give advice with somebody, and like the guy asking the question, goes off of their actual life. They see that you're depressed and all of that, and they see you haven't showered and all of this other shit, and the first thing they do is they're like, well, how about I come over and we can get you in the shower and we can get your hair done and we can get you all groomed up and, do all of these other things. And, I can take you out with me and we can go get drinks or we can go get food and we can do all this other bullshit. And the person with depression's like, it takes all of my energy just to answer this phone call for the day. I don't want to do shit. Sometimes it's good for them, sometimes it's not. It's depending on what they're missing. I've noticed that I always play this fucking square map nowadays. I don't ever get to play the map where it's all connected and shit. How did he hit me there? I was gonna backflip, but I could have done it. Bye-bye, bitch. Got to grab me, you cheeky fuck. See, how did I not take damage there? We both flipped into each other there, but I won. So is it just simply whoever's the fastest moving wins that? Is that how things go? I have made a slight error. He really ran at me and then used the shield. Oh, I grabbed you, bitch. You mean I didn't grab him there? Giggity. Oh, come on, man. Why did that take so long for me to break out of that? By the by. Surprise pancakes! Bitch. Then I'm gonna grab you. How does he survive that? He'll backflip, right? Nope, he ran. Yep. Nice, but I'm gonna go right back under the land. We stay hovering a little bit. Exactly. That's what we wait on. Ooh, he tried to grab me. I'm glad he tried to grab me because I'd have died there if he'd hit me. I was pointed right at that spike. Two minutes. Backflip. Yep. That was a weak-ass fucking flip. I should have just mustied it. I wasn't sure if I could get the musty down. I'm fucking stuck. That was a bad idea. Yep, and I am dead. Nope. You thought I was going forward. Fuck out of here. You like that counter? This is gonna go on until 6 minutes. I need to go because this dude's gonna be an issue taken out. Speaking of losing lives. I gotta use a lot of boost to get back in time here. There we go. Safe. Fuck off me. I need to wait till the 6 minutes. I can brute force it if I go through time. It's max hits regardless of how you hit them. Delete it? Well, there's one guy out. There's 3 of us. Good shield. Ah, it's sudden KO right as that happened too. Oh my. This guy likes the shield, so grabs is probably going to be the... Oh! Ooh, he almost got me. Go after the other guy. I 1v1 you later, son. Ah, I tried to grab his dumbass. I should have just fucking shielded. Okay. Well, we're all at 1 lives now. It's about we just use our Rocket League knowledge to avoid all combat. This is bad. I can get past him though. No! He grabbed me as we were going at it. That's some fucking pussy shit. He wasted all of his shit. And he's done. That's what your bitch ass gets. Dishonorable. Alright, we'll go in the actual games. To get fucking double teamed at the end, ain't that some shit? I didn't even remember to check. Hopefully they weren't in a goddamn party or some shit. Also, as weird as it sounds, I wish they had that player lock on that I could map to another button in regular Rocket League. It'd be very nice. It'd make at least checking easier. I mean, on PC, there's hotkeys to turn your camera 90 degrees to the left, right, etc., etc. But, like, it's just not the same. We got SSLs pressing the ball in front of their goddamn goals now. What in the actual fuck has happened to this game? Like, actually, though. What has happened to this goddamn game? You're gonna get dunked. Oh, never mind. He threw it away, so he's not gonna get dunked on. Ah, they're trying to play harder because they have an SSL on their team. I understand. You about gave it to me. Oh, my slippery set got fucking ruined there, bro. That's fine, you weak bitch. He got out fucking classed and then went immediately for a demo. Don't think so, buddy. Score that, teammate. That's not scoring that. We need hard fucking shot. He went high. And good. I can beat this SSL. Shoot it. God damn you. Oh. Not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting a little bit better and harder play, but this is very simple. Oh, got his ass with that cheap ass fucking demo. There is no reason to demo that dude there. Yeah, it was accidental. And he got a double touch off of that demo, which was kind of funny. Okay. Should have went for that earlier. Teammates in no man's land. It's gone. Or not. How the fuck do you not finish that? These whiffs, bro. Oh my lord. Fake that. He's now in our corner. Guess I'm faking that too, because I can't apparently jump straight. Take that, grab boost. That should have been a goal. That's sad. We should be up by 1 right now. Actually, we should be up by 2. That's 2 goals we've missed. But they should have scored 1 as well, so we should be up by 1 right now. Because, like, you really gonna let him turn around and hit that on you? You don't have control, really. He's doing arrow rights. There we go. That's all you gotta do. He was not going cross field with that. He free jumped you and you had no boost, and yet you still faked him. How did that happen? Too slow. Can't challenge that again. Don't worry about challenging that. He's passing at that point. And no, that should have been 3 goals right now. It should be 3-1 right now. That's perfect. Never mind. Fucking teammate is absolute diddly donger trasherini. All he had to do was just take his time and get in control of that. How did he fake you when he wasn't even near the damn ball? We should be, even with that fuck up, we should still be up 1 goal right now. Oh my. He didn't trust his teammate there. He was smart not to. Interesting. Nobody's upfield to even score that. Oh, it feels bad. He even set me up so we could go to overtime. That's upsetting. Hopefully that wasn't a real strike, so I'm gonna feel real fucking... I don't think it was. No. No, it is not. Well, and that is the story of how me and my team, through an easy ass match, feels bad. Mm. So that SSL that I just faced, I want to say he's an SSL in twos, and he's a lot lower in his threes rank. I can always check though. Doink! Why would your goalie jump for that shit when you were literally following your last touch? That's the type of shit that I don't understand. Couldn't get that bump. That's fine. He went for the boost, so they have clear line. He left his position. That was the important thing. He should have challenged him to them there. Taking it up the wall just because you're scared the challenge isn't really acceptable in that situation. Okay. That was a pass across their goal that teammate never even reacted on, by the way. Pop that out of the way there. I knew that was going to happen, but I added enough force to where it was just going to bounce back anyway. That was a dumb touch. There was nobody there to challenge that. Oh, I thought he got those. I was going to let him score it. Okay. Not quick enough. That's blocked. Wow. Getting your name on goal. Gotcha. Nice. Why are you jumping? Did you not see that I was still in the air going for that shit? Like, I don't understand. You needed to hit that a lot harder if you wanted to get over him. He was expecting you to pop that. Wow. He's not a very good follower, huh? Get out of the way of that shit. Holy shit, he came in like a fucking freight train. I just saved your ass, teammate. Stop fucking passing it and over in front of a goal. Goddamn dumbass. I'm getting tired of that shit. It's like non-stop bad plays. Even the fucking SSL did that shit. Wait. Nope. As long as I'm faster than you, that's all that matters. Perfect. That's back to teammate. Teammate passed it back to him. Now I gotta make a serious challenge here. Beautiful. Shoot that. That's not shooting that. He shot it for us. That should have been a redirect off of the front of his car in right there. What the fuck was that? My God. This motherfucker and his ID. Bad touch. I slowed it down so he couldn't get a lot of power out of that. That's the plan there. Put this above him, see what he does. That if he tunnel visions ball, I could get a cheeky demo or bump play there. That's bad. That's even worse. He threw the ball. No. Nice touch. That's how we cover as goalie. You gotta read what's going on and keep actively updating your position to get there, to keep defending those, while keep applying a pressure to the other team. That's how you play a fucking goalie. Bang. Nothing gets by me. If he'd have taken his time, he could have redirected that, but that's fine. What a boost. I mean, I guess I could have shot in that better, but goddamn. And that's that. Alright, let's look at Yuri's stats. Mr. SSL. He has bronze reward level. How the fuck do you have bronze in rewards level, but you've ranked in at everything? How does that happen? 1v1s, Plat 3, Div 3. Oof. Rank 2s, Champ 2, Div 2. Oof. 3s, Champ 1, Div 2. Rumble, Champ 3, Div 3. So all of his GC title, at least, is coming from Rumble, is the closest thing that he's gotten there. Wow, he hasn't gotten close to SSL, nothing, let alone, well, he ain't got close to GC, let alone SSL. He got GC and Rumble back in the day. Season 3, still Champ 3 and Champ 2, everything. Season 2, where he supposedly got his title from, because it was a Season 2 SSL, right? It shows him not even... Okay, this dude paid to get his account ranked up. Makes sense, he was playing like shit. I thought he was low, but I didn't know he was that fucking low. That was like, if he got an SSL, he probably got it in 2s and had a very good teammate, but no. That's not how that worked. At least, unless I looked up the wrong fucking guy. Nah, it was not Yuri, Yur. He was the guy wearing the SSL tag. Guess what? He ain't no SSL or anything near it. It makes sense why it was easy to dunk on him. It's like people like that that pay and haven't actually earned the rank kinda make me sick. Because I guarantee you he argues with people all the time to try and call him out. And what he says is, well, I'm an SSL, so you have to listen to what I say. Type shit. That's, okay. Please stop bumping me, Jesus fucking Christ. Wow, he barely saved that. You just wasted that. Stop touching the fucking ball. Just stop. You're making this shit a lot more fucking difficult than it should be. Why are you cutting back middle like that? I also couldn't tell whether that was the front or back of his car, so I just backed off. Because I had no fucking idea. It looks the same. I want the boost. Act like I'm taking it the wall. Curve in. Bang. He's missing. Bang. Out of position. Easy shot in the goal. If he was back in the proper position, that would have been a pass. Right back to him. But instead, he's reversing. Bang. Oh, I was gonna get a flip reset there. Teammate. There you go. Oh, not quite. I couldn't land on the fucking wall, dude. Could have just bounced off of it. That's so bad. I wish you hadn't touched that. I had a way better angle than you did, or at least I'm more knowledgeable on how to redirect the ball than you is. Right off teammate's head. He needs to make a long turn in, or yeah, that's gonna happen. Cutting it short wasn't gonna work. Nice. I was trying to get to that boost pad and dribble at the same time. I should have just taken it and flicked it or something. Oh, okay. Smart keeping control of it. Such weak touches. I missed one more boost because I'm not able to turn the way I want to, though. Oh, my double touch opportunity that just got ruined there. It drives me up the fucking wall. I was actually too fast there. Whoops. That could have been a good pinch. You should be coming up for that. Don't fly to it. Just drive and then jump, you normal or non-normal crazy person. Damn. He's missed every pass, dude. Oh, shit. Ooh, he countered my flip reset, but I took the energy out of his counter, so There was no dunkage there. Oh, he hit me instead of the ball. Come on, man. Ooh. Follow it, teammate, and just shoot it. That's not shooting it. So I don't know what else I can do with no boost. GG. I'm not mad. Teammates were going for the passes I was giving them. And to be fair, most of those I probably could have just scored and shot. But when I play threes, I like to incorporate my teammates into plays and shit. Instead of getting the easy goals and whatnot. I spend too much time setting up for double flip resets. It's the same as a regular flip reset, but for whatever reason, when I think I'm going to do a double flip reset, I find myself spending a lot of time setting up to get that perfect first touch. As opposed to regular flip reset, you just go up, under, and then you go. You know, it's simple. It's just weird. Missed it. I tried to get a double. I tried. It was like, it's too low. Fuck it. Might as well. I got one there, but on my second one, I missed the ball. That lag. Help. I shouldn't have taken the power out of his touch, by the way. That was dumb on my part. Free shot? Jump for that? You should have already jumped for that? Sure. I fucking missed. I mean, I was gonna own goal that shit. That was a hell of a pass. Might as well follow through. You're gonna dime me up, I'm taking that shit, bro. All he had to do was shoot that in. Fake. Bang. Passing plays feel so much better than regular ass plays. He's slow. Sure, that works. Oh, he fucking whiffed though. Ah, a little bit to the right and I could have helped you there. I'm there. Trying to get there. Bumping in the other team. That's fine. We'll just do this. He'll get back to it. Damn, I couldn't bump him. I thought he would go for it. That's fine. Get rid of that bump. Uh-huh. Oh, teammate didn't pick that up. Teammate didn't stay up? What the fuck? We're pressuring right now. Why did you go back? That's fun. I can pick it up. There we go. What the hell happened to you, teammate? He went all the way inside the goal to turn around there. That was weird. Actually had me perplexed for a second. Don't cross it in front of goal. I'd have scored it too. I ain't blame him. Oh, I don't remember you. What's your go-to weapon in Elden Ring? I actually thought about this the other day. What weapon I would use. I came up with the sleep swords is what I would probably use as my main in PvP. Ooh. You got a better clear than I thought it did. Well, okay. Never played. The sleep swords is probably where I would be at. Oh, that's a bad touch. He just beamed that instead of taking it. It was... Oh. Damn, I wanted to get a pinch before he threw that shit away. No. Don't take the ball from me, man. I understand you're looking for a pinch, but there wasn't nobody there. Close. Very close, because he was up my ass. That's bad. Oh my, he should have just let that go to the other teammate. I don't have boost. I would love to flip reset that. The one time where it'd have been acceptable to do it. Nope, I ain't getting that. Boost over ball. And it was too late. Go on. Man, no. Oh, the good thing that guy didn't read that my teammate was coming to blast that shit through, by the way. Because if I would have made the move to actually, you know, aggressively pursue that and hit that, and he was reading that, he could have easily saved that And not in a good way either, because the way he was angled, it would have bounced off the end of their crossbar. It would have went out. My call the ball to me is not working. There we go. I'm sitting here pressing up and it wouldn't land on my car. The way he was positioned, Jesus Christ, I hate this. There we go. And the way I was pushing it, well, that fucked up. Essentially, he would have gotten a perfect pinch with my car as it was coming in, and the ball would have hit off the side of this and then flew out. And it would have been disastrous for us. So what I was going to do is pop the ball forward to try and get him to go for it. Excuse me. And then flip the ball in off of a double touch. But teammate blasting it through worked just fine as well. You fucking goddamn you. Wait for me to pass the fucking ball and stop being fucking a dumbass. And he just threw it away. And he just threw it away. He threw it away. Nice touch. I'll be angry all day because he just threw it away. That moment when your fakes and plays mean nothing. Okay, I don't know why he faked that. Just let it go in and defend. All you needed to do was to let that shit go in and defend it. All that guy had to do that was up his chops there is literally, well, if he would have gotten that demo for one, shit would have been good. Instead, he bumped up against him instead of getting that demo because he was in a hurry. Don't know what I'm supposed to do with that, so I guess I'll just keep it up. Oh, it's too many people leaving and joining. This lag is destroying me. Holy shit. Oh. Couldn't get it. Didn't matter. Fucking eye is twitching like a motherfucker. Blood pressure's going up because I'm getting annoyed. Actually, I shouldn't have flipped into that. I could have gotten a better play going. You're too slow. You're literally handing them the ball at that rate. There's nothing I can do to help you. Cool. Not so cool. Double touch opportunity gone. Boink. Wait, our teammate's not even back yet? That's why he was holding it. I just wanted to pop it off his ass over. Thought he was waiting on a touch from me. But nah, he's seen that our other teammate's slow as shit. They saved those, right? Yeah. Okay. You literally wasted all of our time hitting it off the wall. You should have just let teammate push it towards in front of me. Nice touch. That's in. Because the change of rotation here, I wasn't able to continuously jump for that. He had to get that. They always hit it towards the walls. That's a pass to them. Surprised he didn't score that. I guess it caught him off guard. Good fake, actually. If he'd have touched it, I'd have dunked his ass. Very good fake. It was unintentional, but hell, sometimes being bad helps. Like that. Can't grab that. Should have stayed in the other corner, but teammate did go in behind me, so I figured I'd go to the other side because he'd be covering that. But I should have just posted up and ignored his presence, because teammates and me relying on teammates ends up with me being dead, sacrificed, or fucking scored on at the end of the day. Couldn't get it. It's funny how I did all of that play before teammate even moved to even try to help. Help him! Help your fucking teammates, bro. Pop this up high. Wait for the fucking pass, my dude. Why are you always like this? If we're both on the fucking wall, who's gonna score the fucking shot, brother? Just use your brain for half a second. Waste of fucking space. How did we even score? It wasn't due to that guy. Nice try. You're a fucking idiot. Ah. You shouldn't have went in for that if you didn't have an accurate shot. You should have just bumped his ass out of the way and let somebody else pick that shit up at that point. Doesn't matter. I could have scored on you, but I decided to take it up the wall and give you mercy. Why? Why did you challenge me there and not let me try to make my play? Fucking unforgiving. Dishonest. Bang. You keep faking as much as you do, you're gonna eventually get called out on it. That's what happened there. That guy's missed 90% of the shit that he's went for. Eventually, I'm gonna come around and be like, he's probably gonna fake instead of hitting that shit, so I'm just gonna wait an extra second, and what do you know? He faked it and gave up his goal. Those are terrible flip resets, by the way. Again, if you can catch it while it's going up into the air, like that, it's a lot better than waiting on the end. It's like doing an elongated ceiling shot. It's useless in most situations. Woo! Roll that. Fake. There we go. Well, nobody went back. There's no point in me fucking faking it if nobody's gonna recover back to goal. Good bump. Okay. Teammate's dumb for even trying to challenge that. Nice, whatever that was. Nope. That ain't going nowhere. You're the one that grabbed the boost, stupid. Maybe stay up and cover that shit. You literally stole the boost we were going for. You and that blue guy were competing for it. That's fun. That's not fun. There we go. I thought he was going to jump earlier for that shit, so he kind of gave me a little scare there. So I didn't think I needed to go for that. Don't touch that. Thank you for not touching that. You would have put me in a real bad position because I had no boost. Wow, they're so bad, but it ends up working because he ended up passing the ball to his teammate. Fake that because he's passing it to me. I don't even have to go for that shit. They double committed? Yep. And he missed. And he missed. And now he's chasing. And he's still chasing. Okay. Yep. Seen that coming. Why would you try to catch that shit in front of their goal? Like that shit. Why would you hit the ball out to them if you don't have boost? At this point right here, you could have done a lot of things there, but hitting that shit back out to them is not one of the ones you want to do with no boost. Then you continue all the way up the ball instead of turning and going for a defensive stance. You literally couldn't have played that any worse. Even own goaling would have been a better solution there because you would have saved us precious time. Dunk this down, jump up. He didn't turn, he went all the way back for boost. Fucking dumbass teammates, dude. That's a pass to him. He doesn't know how to clear properly. Surprised he didn't get dunked on. I was expecting to defend that. Please! For the love of fucking God, let me finish a goddamn play I'm going for. You're driving me fucking crazy. Oh my lord, just fucking vote to concede, fucking forfeit. Get out of this. This is Rocket League every day for me. This is why I can't stand this goddamn game. I do not look forward to streaming Rocket League. When I play privately, I've been playing on my other fucking account so I don't have to worry about fucking dumbasses, which I think is why I'm getting fucking so annoyed about it. I go from playing, you know, good, almost, but not completely, flawless games and shit, where it's just non-stop, you know, play, movement, etc., etc., to this sloppy-ass fucking mess. And comparing them together, it's just, it's unacceptable. Why are you turning on this? I'm already there. When you confuse rotation, you make people double commit. And we're still double committing from him fucking cutting rotation. It's an issue. Pop that over him. Couldn't get a good touch, so I couldn't air dribble or anything there. Oh. I'll let it go in. Fuck it. Maybe they'll forfeit. I really don't want to score that. I'd rather them score it and us forfeit. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. Now I can leave. Could I have done something there? Obviously, I could have shot that shit. I could have saved the other shit. But at that time, I'm like, bruh, you guys ain't the teammates. Sorry about you. You ain't it, cuz. You ain't it. And what gets me is people think Rocket League is so competitive that if both of you go for the same boost, both teammates compete for the boost. Then both teammates will turn and compete for the same ball. And they'll continue to compete all the way down instead of working with each other to make a play. And it fucking kills me when shit like that happens. Like both of them fighting for ball possession all the way down the field is fucking stupid. At that point, it's like you guys aren't even trying to work as a team. Why are we even here anymore? Go to the next. Let's go to the next. I didn't pay attention to who that was that tried to air roll right dribble. Oh, he fucked that up. You pushed it right to him, and he knocked the ball out of your hand. He played you like a fucking fiddle. I'm gonna get demoed if I go for that. Yeah. That sucks. I would like to go for that earlier, but if I went for it, he'd have just fucking demoed me. Other teammate didn't even try to make him throw that shit earlier. Who was that? 25th. He's the arrow right dribbler. Also, that double touch he got, he didn't mean to get. He just followed the ball, and that's what happened. There we go. Never mind. Teammate's not even going for it at the proper time. And he hit it back to the side instead of just taking it. Oh, boy. My fucking eye is twitching like a motherfucker. He ain't scoring that. How did I know? Do 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 do. Bump him out of the way. Nice. Teammate, what the fuck? Are you really boost? Tell me he wasn't boost camping. Tell me he was on his way back and I just didn't notice him. Nah, he was the dude that overcommitted. Okay. Because I was like, there's no fucking way he was sitting there boost camping that entire time this shit's going down. I was going to lose my actual mind. That was the end of my little bit of Rocket League sanity. You're too far up in no man's land. He went low, obviously. Couldn't bump that off wall up the teammate, so he's on his own. Can we go to the next match, actually? I'm starting to lose my motivation to play. There we go. How were you that slow to getting there, teammate? I ain't scoring that. I want him to forfeit. I would rather them forfeit. Bum, 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 bum. I was kind of hoping that they'd score that. Point. Boink. Boink. I want a different team. He's already heading back and he has full boost. You embarrassed him. Now throw up the vote to forfeit. You're embarrassed. Doink! Perfectly to him, by the way. That is a situational awareness problem. And a panic problem. And they're still wanting to play. Holy shit, I'm gonna take his boost and be rude. I need you guys to actually clear the ball and quit fucking missing, blue team. You're the what the fuck? Wow. Alrighty then. Oh, I guess if I'm gonna be fucking stuck here, I might as well at least put up the general 60% I usually put up. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. He throws those away. Mm-hmm. Trying to be too fancy and uses arrow right for everything. It's gonna cost him the game. You son of a bitch. At least somebody scored that. I miss playing Friday Night Funkin', but the copyright strikes ain't worth it. Mm-hmm. They are super panicking right now. I mean, you got a double commit out of them. That's fun. Hit it hard. Just hit it in general? Oh, I had the angle for the goal, too. Feels bad. They might score that. Nope, he didn't get a good pass. Rip. Boom, 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 boom. Skirt. He thinks I'm taking it up the wall. That's cute. Got the boost. Wonderful. Fake. I was gonna fake and then take it, because he was expecting a binger, so he wasn't gonna push. A humdinger. A zinger. Sad. He's even sadder. My plan worked, but nobody followed it up. That was an open net that I gave them to shoot on there, and they didn't take it. Nope, should have passed it back. It's a waste. Now don't run now. You were fine with bumping me till it went to your side. I missed. Shoot it. Teammate, why are you so far fucking back all the time? Okay. That was fucking sad. But alright. There's the end of that. On to the next one. Only reason I'm playing half decent is because I've been limiting my streams to about an hour. But I'm pretty sure I'm over an hour. I feel like I'm like an hour and a half in. Regardless, this is going to be my last game. This game has irked me enough for the day. And by this game, I mean the community of dunces that follow this game. And it's like, I know it's a situation to where I have a lot of experience in the game, so I see the things, but I mean, like, it's something as simple as you're going for boost and your teammate's going for boost. To fight with your teammate to this boost, then to boost all the way downfield, grabbing boost after boost, both of you, and then going towards the ball, and both of you running on each other's asses, and then trying to see who can score the ball first. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Why are you competing against each other when you got 3 other opponents to take down? It just makes me be like, I don't want to play this game anymore. I don't want to deal with this community anymore. I need to just join a community that's chill and ain't fucking stupid. A non-stupid community would be my goddamn dream. 'Cause custom maps and shit like that sound like fun. But until Rocket League introduces them, there's really nobody to play with at that point. You fucked up. My teammate fucked up, but I might score that. Oh, I'm bad. That wasn't even a save. I tried to put it to the side for you to score. You couldn't wait for my pass. You pre-jumping. You better hope you win that. That's bad. That's worse. He's gonna go for another demo, so I gotta be fast here and just challenge. Motherfucker! Oh, I was gonna aerial that shit up and over, too. And to have him challenge in the same fucking spot. Like, that's the type of dumb shit that I'm talking about. The double commit. Wonderful. You fucking dumbass teammate, dude. All that work we did to get the ball there, and you just erased that shit with one touch. Move out of the fucking way. I ain't even dealing with your ass. Oh, there's nothing I can do to help save that. I got destroyed. Ah, missed. That's fine. Watch the demo. Yep. I can't. There we go. This fat ass was literally blocking my car from moving. Fake this to make him panic. He does not panic those, but he does throw them away anyway. Don't know why you're up on the wall like that. Teammates in goal. I gotta rely on teammate for that. And I shouldn't have, because he just threw the shit away and made me have to go for a fucking save. Good pass. Again, every time I fucking rely on the goddamn teammate. And I couldn't do a basic clear because the other teammate jumped for that shit beside me. So it's like, fuck it. Just put this shit in. I'm just gonna head back now. Damn, I wanted to bump him. Fake that. Free ball control. Didn't waste any boost there. I knew that was coming. Teammate didn't come up for it. It's fucking gone. Good job. Fucking indecisive piece of shit. That should have been an easy goal. I'm taking your boost because you're a fucking idiot and about to cross it. You don't deserve boost. Nope, he didn't flick it. He had two options. Flick it, or, yeah, flick it. Hit it, past me into the corner where I would get ball control, or try and fake down, and then I was just going to shoot it. He had two options that I gave him. He should have just hit it across. Should have just hit that shit across. Couldn't get the bump on him. Wow. Okay. He hit it with so much force, but it went nowhere. I'm actually kind of glad he demoed me there. Now I'm back and able to do something. You're in the way. I can't even do anything. I'm just going to chill and go. Let him make his fuck-ups, and I'll save it when it comes back this way. That works, too. That's not good enough. God damn it! Whatever. I'm heading back. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna save this shit. Didn't have to save the shit. I was gonna go for a flipper reset. Well, I was gonna shoot it, then I was gonna go for a flipper reset, then I was like, fuck it. Is what happened there, by the way. So if that goes in, that's gonna be real sad. I don't know what he's aiming for. But I'm honestly just kind of done with this game. I don't care who scores next. I just want somebody to. Here you go. Oh, nobody's up to score that. You better do something spectacular. That's not spectacular. He had all that time to react, and that's the best he got, was that shit. Sure. I just went off this game. So unfulfilling. Anyway, that's a Rocket League stream. I am done playing that shit. Jesus Christ. I had some issues with the controller, but it wasn't that fucking bad. Because when I did, I just basically heavy-handed that shit and forced it to do what I wanted it to do when it started acting up. But anyway, I'm out. Rocket League sucks ass. Dead by Daylight didn't go very well. Rocket League didn't go very well. So, I mean, it is.